within reach of my mother at church and slaps on.
We're recording.
Shout out, Tammy.
Love your mom. We all had that
Welcome
moment.
to Winter Garden Coffee and Collab, here with Justin Melton and Jackson Davis. Hello.
Hello.
Two parts of Key Worship. LifeBridge Church is turning into Key Church. Key Worship is a part of Key Church, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, so, guys, hi. The game we're playing today is, again, I like to bring this one back often. This is a favorite of mine, is the slappy hands. And really what we're trying to do is we're trying to get this disc off the middle of the table. And so you may have just heard Justin talking about the slap zone. So anyway, he moved his drink out of the slap zone is what happened. So anywho, tell me, before we get into like these questions, here, I'm gonna try first. Okay, well, that's embarrassing. Give me a So, tell me what is the most exciting thing happening right now at Key Church?
Wow.
I know.
So a lot.
hard.
It's
Yeah,
a lot.
it's
But
hard.
I think if, so we're going through rebranding. We're actually becoming Key Church this Sunday, September 7th.
Yeah.
And I think the road to get to this spot has just been so, it's been long, but it's arrived quickly, but lots of prayer, lots of like dreaming and conversations and all the different things that it takes to make something like that happen. I would say that becoming Key Church as, seeing that logo, seeing that signage and all of those things are popping up everywhere. That's a really important part of like what's going on. But to me, that is that's the product of a journey that's been going on and a move of God that is going on, not just a rebrand, but essentially a story, a new chapter in a story that the Lord is writing. And we're just seeing some incredible stuff in the house.
Yeah.
And I think Key Church is a part of that journey. I think just like what Key Church is, it's that place where people are coming in from different walks of life, finding a place to rest and heal and be restored and feeling encouraged and charged up, sent back out on mission. And I think that's the cool part. Key Church is more than just a rebrand. It's calling a move of God what it is, and it's a move. It's an absolute new season. So it's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's the whole thing is exciting.
The whole thing. I was talking to you beforehand, and I was like, how is it that a building feels alive? Like, it feels so like you walk in right now, and it's not the building, right? I'm not saying it is the building, but there's something that, well, it's not just something, it's Jesus. And whenever you walk in, it's not a building trying to be something else, right? Like it literally is, you are walking into the presence of Jesus, and you are walking into a group of people that have one thing on their mind, like it's just the coolest thing.
It is.
To even be able to witness.
To jump off of that, I think the cool thing for me is seeing the people, because the people are the church, watching the people that call now Key Church home be as excited about it and on the same page about it as like we are as the staff is, one, encouraging. Two, it's kind of confirming that like what the Lord is like speaking to Luke, speaking to our staff is like the same thing that he's doing. I think the Lord moves in unity, and so he's not confusing. And so like to watch everybody be on the same page and as pumped about it as we are fires me up. Like it's cool.
Yes. And I love that. The Lord moves in unity. He's not confusing. He's not trying to like, oh, okay, figure it out, guys.
He's not trying to throw us off.
Okay. I think I just cheated, and I don't think it was my turn, but
Jackson has lost his zeal for the slapping.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, there it is.
Okay. So this one, Truth Time is the name of this question. So when was the moment that you realized worship wasn't about music at all, but about surrender? Where were you? What was happening? And how did Jesus break through? Do you have a moment like that you can think of?
I'll let you go.
think.
Can I just pull it toward me?
Kind of cheating. But I mean,
I just slapped myself in the throat.
if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Is that kind of the old adage? That's terrible.
Oh my word.
The first probably was youth camp after my senior year of high school. I had actually just started leading worship, and to watch what the Lord was doing from that vantage point, and watching like friends of mine that I had gone to school with for years since I was, in kindergarten. I went to the same school for 13 years. And so watching those people give their lives to Jesus, and just kind of, while also figuring it out for myself, like in my walk, but like watching that happen in a room kind of just like marked me. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to like zero in on the moment. I think for me, that moment was probably, so I was,
Sorry.
it's so funny.
It was
but
so
serious
hard.
thoughts. Look, just
I know.
be careful.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh, did you slap him in the face?
We're about as unserious
Slap
as you
zone.
can get. The Simon the Slap Zone.
Worship. Oh, wait, my hand won't move. There it is. No, so I went to it was like an impromptu prayer and worship night, and I don't remember exactly how old I was. No old jokes. But I showed up with my guitar, and I was supposed to be a part of like leading it, and I broke a string or something like that, and a buddy of mine, whose name is Fred Castro, is an incredible worship leader back in Georgia, and he actually came over to me and he said, "Hey," he said, "I think maybe the Lord is just trying to like put you in a space to hear from Him tonight," which immediately I was offended because I was like, "Bro, do you like this is like what I do?"
Yeah.
But in that next, I don't even remember exactly how long it lasted, but we essentially had like an incredible time of worship, and there was zero music happening. I mean, like Fred led us in like some a cappella stuff, and it was just such a heavy presence of the Lord. And I think that's when my mindset shifted, when it's not about the music, it's
Yeah.
about the surrender of like bringing whatever you have before the Lord, and just resting in Him.
Yeah.
And Fred was right that night. I absolutely needed to like hear from the Lord, and it was a humbling experience. But that shifted in me how I even approach worship.
Yeah.
From like a execution on a Sunday morning or any of our worship gatherings to just even in my personal time.
Yeah.
Just making sure that I'm putting His presence before anything that I'm bringing, as far as like what I'm going to bring to the table from a programming standpoint or a gifting standpoint. It's about the presence first.
Yeah.
And that moment definitely marks me. I think about it all the time, honestly.
Yeah.
All the time.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I would say last night so this is going to come out in a couple weeks or whatever, but last night in real time, there was a prayer session, right? So prayer night, prayer session at Quay Church. And the way that you guys set that up, it was sitting down. It was people came in. Sometimes on prayer nights, it's like getting into groups and praying, and there's sort of like this template. Last night was not templated. It was very in the moment, and it was very just going through different worship scenarios and different songs, and then just like, but not the entire song, right? It was just kind of like then going into moments of just music and then back into some songs and things like that. And it was amazing. And I was telling you guys before we started, everything happens before we start filming, sorry. But I was telling you guys before we started that Nora, my 10-year-old, and I prayed together at the end of the service, and that was one of the most special moments, because it's like you have.
Sorry. It's what we're doing here.
It was so special, and I'm
That
just
was
kidding.
amazing for you. I'm trying to play this game.
Oh my gosh. But it was so special because like we got to pray, and then she was talking about, I'm not going to give too many details, right? I don't know who's watching, but like she was talking about somebody that she comes into contact with, and then, usually she's like, maybe there's an annoyance or whatever. But last night she was she was praying, and in the prayer she was like, like, Jesus, I know, like, maybe she has a hard family life and things like that. And it was Nora just moving into a place of being prayerful about somebody that is usually a rough time on her, right? Like, it was just for us to understand that worship is all about just I mean, not that a 10-year-old has a ton of anger, but it was laying anger at Jesus' feet.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that's the stuff that it's not just singing hymns and songs and that sort of thing. Right. It's the heart posture of what's happening behind it, right?
Absolutely.
That was a long time to get that out.
I think if I can add to the prayer night conversation, it was interesting. Jackson and I talked about this this morning before we even came over here.
Yeah.
So the prayer gatherings, we've had them in the past, and they've been incredibly special and a huge part of my wife and I's story. You know some of our story, obviously, and our journey through like infertility and the desire to have a kid. And I was actually standing in there last night, and Jackson, you brought this up this morning. Like, you were up there leading, and you know, I'm walking in with Jameson and my 2-year-old. And so God gave us a kid. That was great.
Yeah.
But those prayer gatherings, multiple times, we've been a part of those and had people pray for us in those. And in the midst of praying right before medical procedures that no one else knew was happening, and then the Lord gave us Jameson, and so we're super thankful for that. But I think that ties back to the worship aspect of those moments. I stood in that room last night in another prayer gathering with another posture of gratitude because of what I have already seen God do.
Yes.
In those prayer moments, and standing with some friends of ours who've had another journey with infertility, and they're standing there with their relatively newborn kid, and it's just so beautiful to see how worship and prayer and all of that stuff is just woven together, and we get to see God do just crazy cool stuff.
Just crazy stuff.
Not as crazy as this, but.
Now, oh, you timed
I almost
it well.
got it.
And everything.
No.
Okay, rapid fire questions.
Go for it.
And this is for, oh my gosh. Okay, I almost hit you with it. One worship song lyric, and this is both of you need to answer, okay? So don't lean on each other's answers. You can't say ditto, you can't say same. One worship song lyric that still wrecks you.
I already have mine.
Oh.
You go first. I got a thing.
So this song, okay, so this is going to sound a little self-promoty. I don't care. I mean, there's a saying where I'm from. If I don't know if one of my guys I talked to, a mentor, he says this: if one tooteth not their own horn, where then shall it be tooted? So
I like it. I like it.
you can cut that out. But no, I would say this, a little self-promoty, but this lyric lives it lives in my mind right now. We had a Right Camp for Key Worship back in May. Mm-hmm. And we wrote with some incredible people from LA. I'm using it. From
Were you going to take it?
I thought about it.
Nope. I went first. All these incredible writers, so thankful for all of them. But we were writing a song. We actually started talking about the Lord's Prayer because at Key Church, we've been in that collection. We just finished it about the Lord's Prayer. And we were discussing, like, what does prayer look like? And what does it look like to... We were talking about the Lord's Prayer, and then what does it look like when Paul says, pray without ceasing? It's living in that, like, lifestyle of that praying without ceasing lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And we started writing this song unreleased, but it will come out next year. That's what we're slating it for. But there's a line in the second verse of the song that says, I will not fear when you cut things away. Mm-hmm. Pruning is only the proof of your grace.
Yeah.
So, because I've been in different seasons of life where things have been cut away, and things have changes that you don't expect, things that come and things that go. And in the moment, those things seem painful.
Yeah.
But I can see now that, like, there's grace in that. That's the proof of God refining and the grace that comes with walking with Him.
That.
So
I love that.
Try to beat that,
bro.
Oh,
oh my goodness.
Mine is from the song Center.
I love that song.
Gamboa. And it convicts me, like Jackson, the worship leader, like that whole second verse teaches to discern the moment of when to serve and when to sit here at your feet. And I think, like, it's so easy to come and just, like, do the thing that I'm quote unquote good at and, like, execute a worship set and like do the music thing, but I think it's like being able to discern between those moments of like, kind of like you said in your story of like, I don't need to lead tonight. I need to like sit at the feet of Jesus. And so that every time we sing that song, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, and I think it's cool to like, I always want to like be discerning the moment and not get caught up in, because like in my particular story, it was pride from my hands. I don't want to repeat that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, shoot, man.
That was good. I don't ever want it to be, I want it to be something that I open my hands to the Lord and say, Lord, if you want this, take that. Instead of it, like in my scenario, it was like taken from me. And then I had to learn through my little attitude adjustment that I had to have first. But I think that's really important, like as a worship leader, being able to just like, what is the Spirit doing in the room? Like, what is God doing amongst this moment?
Yeah.
And trying not to miss it. So that's good. That's great.
Yeah. Well, and to piggyback on that a little bit, you are, well, I don't know if you are publicly known for this. You are within my head known for this.
Oh, Lord.
So maybe just here. I don't know.
Censor's coming.
Yeah, right. But you are so fantastic at knowing when to lean in and continue and almost even add a mashup into the end of a song, right? And like you will even during practice be like, I don't know, we may pop into this, we may not, like heads up, who knows?
Right.
What is the thing in you, because I imagine it's a spiritual thing, but what is the thing in you where you're just like, okay, we're going?
Yeah.
What does that feel? Just so people can understand what that moment like maybe feels like.
Yeah, I think it goes back to what you're talking about. Like, and I mean, you know, I think being able to just prayerfully approach those moments, because like that's what's wild. I mean, like, and you can attest to this is, and you know this too. Like when we're up there leading worship, we've got those in-ears in. There's click tracks going on. You know, we've got our Kenny, our MD's talking to us, and like producers from the service are like talking and different things. But like my approach has always still just been like prayerful and watchful. Like be like, give me ears and eyes to see, Lord. Like, what are you doing in the room?
Yeah.
And it can be something as simple as seeing the mom in the corner in tears, or the family that's huddling together, and you can sense that the Lord is doing something special in these little pockets. And then yeah, and it's honestly just being ready to respond, like not coming so much with a plan of I'm going to do this spontaneousness, and have this moment that's, whatever. Like it's just being open to do exactly what you sense the Spirit is doing in the moment, and being prepared and ready enough in your craft to step into that space with confidence, knowing that what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're sensing from the Lord is something that you've been prepping for, because your worship all week long has led you to be sensitive to that, and has led you to be gifted and responsible enough to steward that well.
Responsible enough to steward that well.
Does that make sense?
Well, I don't know how many people realize that this is like a tribe. This is like the Levites. This is like people born into, this is like when you say responsible to steward it well, that is literally it, right? Like it's stewarding the gift of leading worship and worshiping God, and it's just so good.
Well, and I would say, I would say I've learned some of it too from a practical standpoint of like, because I've done it wrong. I've messed it up plenty of times, and I'm sure you can speak to that too. But like, I've done it enough out of impulse and by, wanting to like move something on that maybe wasn't even there.
Pick it up.
I got you.
Send that to you.
I got you.
My nails are too
I don't need you
long.
like falling over. We're just gonna pray for Martha. But
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think I've done it wrong enough times to I'm a little more I guess fearful. Fearful's the word. Like I approach it with some fear.
Yeah.
A little bit to like, Lord, I don't want to do anything or move anything out of an emotional. I don't want that to be the thing. I want it to be. I want it to be God.
Yes.
I want it to be the Holy Spirit moving in the room. And so, like, that's also why I've been able to like sit in those moments and learn from my mistakes of not responsibly stewarding it.
Yeah.
And thankful that the Lord has given more opportunity for me to be able to learn from that. So
Yeah.
you can speak to that too.
think, to go off of the fear thing that you said, I remember we had a service a couple months ago that went really long, and the Lord was he was doing something. People were repenting of all sorts of things and just staying in almost like a moment like we had last night. And the service started at 11:45 and it went till 5:30 at night. And I think it's both sides of that, of not wanting to force something that's not there, but also like not wanting to stop something that's going on. And so for me, it's trusting that I've spent enough time in the secret place that not only do I know his like audible voice, but that I know his like written voice. Because something that shout out mom always said to me is like, if you feel like you can't hear God, like, have you read God? Because that's his written voice is the Bible. And so it's part of it's like trusting your preparation, like you said. You can only be prepared as you can be, and trust that the Lord's gonna guide and I don't know, walk with trepidation a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think that, not to harp on it too much, but like even if you look through like the Old Testament unpacks like what worship looked like for them, and it was a long process. Like there was a selecting of the sacrifice, there was a prepping of the sacrifice, there's taking, and I think it's a little dangerous for us to even think on this side of the cross to think that we can just rush into the presence of God for our worship.
Yes.
And then check it off our list and move on. I think and that's not just from a worship leader standpoint. I think that's we as believers, like there's a preparation in our hearts all week long, longing for that being together.
I have like goosebumps right now.
Longing to be together with the church, gathered as the body, to lift up the name of Jesus that's the only reason you can gather. Without that, you gather in vain. And so I think the preparation is needed.
Yeah.
If you're leading or if you're just participating, whatever that looks like, you prepare.
Yeah.
Because you're having intentional time of worship with the God of all creation. Like you don't just stumble into it.
It's not this like low key.
No,
Yeah.
it's not chill.
Yeah, this is not chill.
It's not slap this whatever thing. It's this thing.
It's not. Sip and slap. What is a scripture that you always carry into rehearsal? Do you have something that you just kind of always just reiterate in your mind? What are your go-tos?
I can't quote it off the top of my head, but it's in Habakkuk, however you say that. And
He took it on down to Habakkuk.
I didn't
it's 3. Now that I've tried to say it, now I'm blanking. It's like in Habakkuk 3, and it basically is just like, even if everything else is going wrong, it has all these examples of like, even if the cattle stalls are empty, even if the fields are bare, like, I will praise the Lord. Like, and so that's kind of just like a mindset I try to take in, is like, no matter what Monday through Saturday night looked like he's the same. And so I'm going to bless him.
Yeah.
I probably, there's 2 that I probably live really close to. One I think has been huge for like Quay Church in general, which was Isaiah 43. Like that verse has come up so many different places. All the time.
From Orlando to Norway.
Yeah.
Like all
Yeah.
over the place.
And but it just talks about, I can't remember exactly what verse it starts on, but it's essentially, behold, the Lord's doing a new thing. Don't remember the things of old and remember the things in the past, but he's doing a new thing. Do we not perceive it? Like, making ways in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. And so like being able to like read that and understand that context for where we are as a church, and to see the new thing that he's doing. And here's the craziest thing, he's just getting started. So
It's right.
it's wild. But I would probably say, and I think this is just a little bit of a return to maybe some childlike faith for me, because Psalm 23 is always a psalm that people, you learn when you're a kid. And but I think it's always a psalm that I love the Psalms in general.
Yeah.
The Psalms are just beautiful. I think it has a beautiful representation of the rhythm of life. You've got David writing songs of like lament, and he's just like, "Oh God, where are you? Just kidding, you're amazing, I love
Yeah.
you." And like, there's such a beautiful rhythm to the human condition that I think the Psalms capture. But Psalm 23 to me is always a go-to because it just reminds me of my role, and that's to follow the shepherd, and it's to be led by him, and to. A lot of times it just brings peace in the midst of chaos. You start quoting that the Lord is my shepherd and I have everything that I need. Like that
Yes.
immediately, I'm just like, okay, it's all good.
Right.
Like I'm good.
Done and done. Yeah.
So yeah, those are mine.
Yeah. I love that too. That's okay. Oh, slap. Would you rather? Okay, I already know what one you're going to do, but I just want to hear the commentary. I'm here for the commentary, basically.
The commentary could be one.
I mean, I'm just here.
Oh, that was a solid.
It's like sad. It's like a sad. Okay.
Sad.
Would you rather lead worship on a rainy day with 3 people in the room, but Jesus is tangibly present, or lead to a packed house with perfect lighting, but your heart feels dry?
Oh, the lighting for sure. I'm just kidding.
I know. I'm like, there's no way you're going to choose
I'm
that
just
one.
kidding. I want to look amazing. No, please cut that out. In
It's
Jesus'
not
name.
getting cut out.
No, it's fine.
I'm just kidding.
Y'all know my heart. It's fine.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's obvious. Like,
Yeah.
again, like I said earlier, if you gather and you don't have Jesus at the center,
Yeah.
then what are we doing? Like I think then it's just performing, and it's, I think I've had some of the more impactful worship sessions in my lifetime, with minimal room, minimal equipment, or broke speakers that came from Radio Shack. Is Radio Shack even open? Is that a thing anymore? That's not a thing.
I don't think so. It went down with
you know what Radio
with the
Shack is?
Kmarts and stuff.
Jackson's a young guy.
He is a young guy. Yeah.
It's fine. So yeah, I mean, I think, listen, if Jesus is at the center and I can be solo and Jesus is in the middle and in the room, and I think that's where it has to start. Otherwise, the big gatherings are just drawing a crowd, and that's not the goal.
Yeah.
If you leave the same way you walked in, it's the Isaiah 43 is like he's doing something new.
Yep.
That part wrecks me every time, is the like, do you not perceive it?
Do not tell.
I know, like it literally like shakes me to my core. And so like, even if you're in a room with 1,000 people, if everybody leaves the same, like
Right.
you missed it. And like, I don't want to do that.
Don't miss it.
Like the
yeah,
don't miss.
don't
That's the
miss
like.
it.
You ever get in trouble with like your mom and she's like
Yeah.
doing that whole thing?
I think I've been
Like,
the mom now.
well-
I'm now the mom.
So you're doing this.
Yes.
So my mom still does this. I'm just like, I'm almost 40. Chill. But I think that's what that verse is to me. It's like, don't miss this.
Yeah.
Because you can, and the noise and all the things that have to go on.
And the you. And the
yeah.
you-ness.
Oh, I'm
right?
all up in the middle
Yeah.
of the way, and so I think that's good. Yeah, it's good, bro.
I love that. Do you guys remember when didn't a smoke detector go off? What?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Was that the same time there was a snake in the thing?
The same day.
It was okay.
Service.
I'm
We were like, Lord, what is happening?
on? There was a snake in not in the plane, but there was a snake in what are those? Vents, right?
Well, in the
Or
air,
there was a
but
snake in one place and then they couldn't find it.
The snake, yeah. So it disappeared into
The control room.
The control room,
Yeah.
just as you're leaving the auditorium there on the right.
Yeah.
And so that was weird. And then like
We
were shooting a video.
They were shooting a video in those back rooms, and they were using and a lot. I mean,
but
to
where
be
the
fair,
haze is, the praise is typically.
there was
So
a lot of haze, and I don't know if they didn't do their due diligence to make sure the smoke detectors were off, but it went off like mid-message.
And we had a guest preacher that day. Yeah. And so like he comes off the platform and he's like,
What is going on?
and I was like,
First time too.
Yeah.
like preaching at, yeah.
Oh my word! Who was it?
I don't remember.
Jay Mudd.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jay Mudd.
It was Jay Mudd. He's
Oh,
he's-
yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Village Point.
Over at
Yep.
Horizon West.
That's right.
And
I forgot.
Poor guy. Luke was in Arkansas. Like,
That's right.
it was all.
so did the alarm go off, and then from stage he had to be like, "Stay in your seats, everything's fine"?
Everybody went out, but they came back in, and he preached. He was like, "Man, I'm preaching," and I was
preaching.
like, "You go, bro." It was great, but yeah, that did happen.
Oh, I think you win something else.
I don't know how that. That's
Yes, it landed on the
Is there a
coffee.
prize? Is there a prize?
can't teach
There's no
I don't know, man.
You can't. You wake up. This is what you do.
You wake up and this is what you get. Okay, so since you guys write songs, first of all, The Shepherd's House, I can't. I can't. I listen. I know that it's got a lot of plays, and I think I might be most of them.
Hey, that's great.
Like, listen, I literally listen to it all the time. I make Nora listen to it.
I didn't write it, so I can say I love it. Yeah.
What's a lyric or song you wrote or led that came from a place of deep personal pain? We're just going to cry today. But turned into a declaration of hope in Jesus. So a place that came from, or a song or, whatever that came from pain, but turned into.
So we have, it's not been released yet, but we've been singing it.
Guys,
Here
stop
comes the
teasing
self-promo.
these things.
I know. Well, okay, so this one
Am I
will
supposed to
be.
break the fourth wall? Is that against the rules?
No, I love breaking the fourth wall. We don't
I'm
even
gonna do
have
my
a
Jim
fourth
Halpert.
Yes, do it. Yes.
This
That's the self-promo look.
That's wild. So this song will actually release October 3rd worldwide, wherever you can get music.
Oh my word!
It's
It
called-
totally happened.
Even Pandora.
That's true. It's called What a Friend, and we've been singing it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when we
All right.
wrote it, it was me and a guy named John Stratton, a friend of ours named Chi-Chi. Shout out Chi-Chi. And then Luke.
Yeah.
And we were writing it, and we were writing what it means for, like, we say, like, what a friend we have in Jesus. Like, what does that mean? What separates him from our other friends? And Luke, because he can just spit bars like that, he was just like,
Luke spitting bars.
he goes, anyone
means
else?
come up with great rhymes.
Yeah.
He's
so he-
literally a rapper.
He is. He could be. Just with no rhythm.
Sure.
He
More
said.
cold brew.
He said anyone else would have let me go. And so we were just like, oh wow. And then as we moved through, how did he word it? I guess it's how it's in the song. I know me by my what's the line?
I know me by my sin. You know me by.
I know me by my sin. You know me by your grace. You call me by your
good.
name. And that was just like, we're just like four grown men just like in our feels in this writing room. And it's still, every time we sing it, I'm just reminded of, like,
So good.
to some level, like, how much of a piece of crap I can be.
Yeah.
And that, like, even still, like, he's faithful. He's my friend.
Yes.
He's my father. And so that, I mean, right now, that's the one for me that's doing it.
It's really good. I don't know.
That song is so good.
We like it.
It is really good.
We like
It
it.
is
October
good.
3rd.
So is
3rd.
Home. Home's good.
Man,
Home is
that
great.
one was cool.
Home is good. I don't know. For me, I think. I mean, Shepherd's House came from a really special place for me personally. I mean, I talked about Psalm 23 a few minutes ago, but
Yeah.
I think that's just. I think because that's a verse I go back to, I can live in that. I will dwell here. That bridge of that song, pretty consistently, just because I feel like that's a safe place.
Yeah.
That I can run to regardless of the situation. But there are several lyrics that we've written that I'm just absolutely in love with. I mean, another song. This is another shameless plug. Jim Halpert face.
Jim Halpert face insert.
The Final Say. We've been doing that at church as well.
Which one?
Final Say.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
And just if it's not done yet, then he's not done yet.
Yeah.
Like that lyric has been something that my wife and I have held on to throughout lots of different seasons, including the one that we talked about earlier with just wanting to be a mom and dad. And like, we just believed that the Lord was going to meet us in that. Had so many people praying that same thing with us. And to be able to be a part of writing that song and to sing and hear those lyrics and live on this side of the promise being fulfilled is just something that I go to and like, yes, only Jesus. Like,
Only.
If it's not done yet, he's not done yet.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
Yeah. Oh my God.
we're really excited about the songs that we wrote.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
The ones that aren't out yet. So
We're getting there. We're getting there. They're coming.
they are coming.
They're
I
coming.
love when I can always tell, and I end up accidentally quoting your guys' songs that aren't released yet on social media and then saying key worship because I'm like, I know it's them. Because then I go look for the lyrics online and I'm like, they're not there. I'm like, that's a freaking Key song. So, but then it doesn't exist yet. And so I can't imagine you guys scrambling in the background like, oh my gosh, some sort of dashboard of people saying, oh my gosh, she's talking about it in public.
No, hey, listen, we love it.
No,
It's great. That just means the songs are doing what the Lord wants them to do.
yeah.
Exactly. All right. So if you could gather every worship leader in Winter Garden I didn't even read this question before I started talking, so I don't know how we're going to go here.
Okay.
So if you could gather every worship leader in Winter Garden for a lakeside worship night at Lake Apopka, no stage, no lights, just voices and water, what song would you start with and what would you want to say to the crowd? So all the worship leaders.
I think I'd go old school and go like doxology.
Probably.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And just, I think there's something. I mean, I love all the new stuff, of course. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of what we do, but I think there's a sacred place for things like the doxology. And some of the hymns that I grew up with have been so impactful. I think there's something special about when
Yeah.
the church can gather and sing things like that. So I would probably go doxology. Like, I think there'd be something really, really worshipful and meaningful to have all of those voices. And they're all worship leaders, so it's like having a giant choir.
Yes.
Singing praise God from whom all blessings flow.
Come on.
And letting that fill that space would be
Because it'll just travel across water too.
Yeah.
Like it would just be like
across the water and every gator and all the things.
all the gators.
Well, and you said it too, like having the church gather around that, like the capital C church in that
Yeah.
moment. If you've got a bunch of worship leaders from just like the Lord uniting the church.
Maybe
and
we
like
should do that.
speaking to that. We could. There you go.
It happened here. This is
Right
the
here.
seed.
Maybe
Right
we
here,
should.
Right
right now.
here.
This is the seed.
That'd be a cool thing to do.
It would be a cool thing
That
to
would
do.
be a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doxology. You guys, you popped the old rugged cross into a song once. It must have been a year or two ago, and it may have been Easterish. I don't know, but I heard. I think I could have sworn it was you guys, and I was like, "Shut up!" Because
might have
whenever
been.
it starts
Maybe.
to like break in, I'm like, "Oh, we're
Probably.
going here." Because usually it's like a tag at the end of something,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Oh," or like, and I don't know if I say it wrong. Is it Agnus Dei?
Agnus Dei.
What is it?
Agnus Dei.
Agnus Dei.
Close enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Agnes.
Agnes?
Agnes Day.
I had a great aunt. Her name was Agnes. That's not a joke. For real, her name was Agnes.
Oh my goodness.
Where I grew up, names like that were normal.
Agnes. I mean,
Agnes.
my name's Martha, right? So
Oh,
hi.
yeah.
Agnes is not too far. What's one thing that you think, and this is like let's get legit for a second. Oh,
There it is.
Speaking of legit,
wow. I
go.
can't get it though.
Said, can't
What's
teach
one
talent.
thing? Thank you. What's one thing you think modern worship culture needs to relearn or unlearn so we can return to the feet of Jesus?
ooh,
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's just call it
modern worship needs to learn or relearn
or unlearn.
or unlearn.
Learn or unlearn. Relearn or unlearn. One of those.
To not always make. Well, I guess there's a difference between like striving for excellence and striving for perfection. But I think that like as soon as that becomes the thing we're running after, we missed.
Yeah.
And so, not that excellence is bad. I think that Scripture says play skillfully. Like that's you
Yeah.
know biblical.
For real.
But as soon as that becomes the goal, I think we missed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think I think in the modern worship movement, I think maybe I think humility has taken a hit in a lot of areas. I think it can ease. I don't have anybody or any
Yeah.
team in mind when I say things
You're
like
not
that.
spilling tea. Yeah.
No, I just think I think the world is so entertainment driven, and it's so like people love to make superstars and kings out of people that have influence or have a platform. And I think, listen, if you have enough people tell you how great you are, you start to believe it. And I think there's a danger in that. And I think that part of the thing that is needs to be constantly in the minds of like modern worship leaders and movements and different things is like I can't remember exactly where the quote came from, but I know in a sermon we had a guest preacher come through, and he used this quote like water gathers at the lowest place.
Yeah.
And I think like that's where we need to find ourselves, because people can quickly elevate you, and you can start to walk in a little bit of an arrogance, and I know it because I've done it. And so I think if you consistently keep humility and that the mind of Christ being in that mindset, I think the Lord honors that and blesses that. And I think because the Lord brings influence, so he brings you to those spaces.
Yeah.
And so it's again back to that whole responsibly stewarding that. And so I think as quickly as he brings it and allows you to step into places, he can also take that away.
Yeah.
And I think walking in humility is a huge part of that.
Yeah.
So
I would even say that needs to extend out to everybody and everything and doing all the But you were answering a question, but like for people that are watching, like that's God will walk you into scenarios for his glory.
Yes,
he will walk you into scenarios, and then whenever it starts to become your glory, he will exit you stage left.
He will. And I think
send somebody else there.
100%. And I think that's the danger, because worship is now an industry. There's an entertainment industry tied to the worship world. And I think that can be a beautiful thing, because it allows an unbelievable outlet for the gospel that can go across the world in the blink of a stream. So I think that you just have to handle that with care. Those are my thoughts.
Agreed. Cool. What are you most, and then we'll wrap. What do you, we won't wrap, but we'll wrap. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're doing things. I had no idea that was coming. Surprised as you guys. Whoops. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you did so good. That's the best one.
Oh. Can't teach talent.
10 out of 10.
I don't even do I just drop it like a mic?
That's crazy.
So what are you guys most excited for the next, let's say 12 months? So Quay Church is switching on Sunday. This will come out in a couple weeks. It'll be after that. And then what are you excited for like the next 12 months in, I don't know, in Quay? Let's just say in Quay.
Okay. You go. I'm going to throw this in because I can't replicate that.
I think that in 2025, I don't know. I think sitting where we are now, only a couple days away from Quay Church, we had a staff summit last week, and remembering last year's staff summit where Luke told us that we were going to become Quay Church. Literally a year ago now, to sit on this side of it and watch even just what's transpired in 2025 and where we believe that he can go. Even as far as the songs, we look at songs as missionaries. And so when we put out a song, it's by 0% for our clout. It's taking what God's doing in the house, the testimonies that are coming out of the house, and sharing that with the world. And to watch, we've done that. I think we will have released 5 songs by the end of 2025. And just to watch kind of people's response to it, and just kind of taking, I think the Lord does something specific in every church. And so only we can write about the things that God's doing in this house. I
love that.
And just seeing that continue next year just fires me up, and I'm excited about it. And it's been a lot of fun.
I never saw it from that perspective before. I'm glad that you said that. Two things. Two things. Okay.
A1, A2,
Welcome to the inside of my brain. is that you said we look at songs like Missionaries. I love that. And then also, I never took the perspective of you writing stories from inside the house. I was like, these are just amazing words, and this is just I love the conveyance of like what's happening. But I never realized, I never did that. I never connected those two. I'm really glad you said that.
No, that's yeah. I would have probably said some of the same stuff. I think it's just so encouraging to see what God has done in 2025, and even before that, like the road to get to where we are. Like it's happened in such a way to where like no person can take credit for it. You know, Pastor Luke has said this from the platform in a sermon. He was asked about a growth strategy, and he was like, "I don't have one." And he was like, "My only response was like Jesus, period." And so I think to see what that has, how that has unfolded, is a beautiful, chaotic thing to be a part of. I think more of that in 26. I legit am excited about the songs that the Lord has brought to the house, and to be able to listen through it and to kind of even see the hand of God moving in ahead of us for the things that are written in those songs. I think that the Lord is going to do some incredible work in the families of our house, in the workplaces of all the people. Like everybody has to go to their own respective places, schools, jobs, all the different things. And I think the Lord is going to do something unbelievable. And I think these songs are going to carry a part of that with that. And to be able to see how all of that stuff works together is just it's remarkable.
Yeah,
it really, really is, and it's humbling to be a part of. Coming from where I come from, it's like I love my hometown, but like I never in a million years thought that I would be a part of something like what God is doing here. And so I'm just super, super thankful and expectant. And I believe we're going to see radical salvation. I think we're going to see families restored, marriages restored. I think we're going to see addiction broken. I think we're going to see God heal. I think we're going to see more than just a gathering of people on a weekly basis. I think we're going to see Orlando and beyond changed because of what God wants to do here at Quay Church. And I'm just stoked to be a part of it.
yeah,
Super stoked.
Stoked to be a part of it.
Just glad to be here.
Boom.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Yep.
Love it.
Fourth wall. Come be a part.
Come be a part.
Well, thank you guys. I think I won the game. So
You did win the
Thank
game.
you for coming and letting me win my game. This has been fun. Come back after, I don't know, a bit.
Yeah.
Come back after a bit, and let's have more chats and slappy hands.
This was great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys later.